The streaming is just wild. Like I was watching some of your videos, and like even like Grand Theft Auto, you're doing improv for like 7 hours with other people online. It's bananas.
And Grand Theft Auto has just been. I'm pretty new to that, so it's like a big learning curve. But you know, streaming's one thing, but then you're streaming, entertaining, but then you have another character inside of, you know, some streamers already have characters that they are, you know, just on stream. So you have like a character inside of your character that you're improving with. It's a whole thing.
There's a lot of layers. And I feel like a lot of people don't see that even outside of streaming, like the business aspect of it and just keeping up with social media. I always look at it as like you leave a 9-to-5 job and you enter a like 24/7 job.
100%.
So what are you right now? What are you finding the most exciting? What are you grinding on the most? Like what games are kind of in your mix right now?
Oh gosh. Right now, and this is new, a lot of GTA.
I watched a lot of that. It's great.
So fun. It's so fun because it's like, this is the weirdest way to put it, but everyone's like, the metaverse is like, everyone's talking about the metaverse. No, GTA is our own little metaverse where like, you have your own virtual life and you go and you live it. Like people go to a 9-to-5 work day in GTA.
That's so wild. I know the whole world of like role play in games, specifically Grand Theft Auto, is like, it's so wild.
Oh yeah.
Man, so we do this podcast. I produce, Conan's fan podcast where he talks to fans or whatever. And so I pre-interview a lot of fans. And I talked to one fan who literally has a second job as like a police officer in GTA and like had to be trained. It was like very much like
they have to study.
They had to study. He had to take a test. And like he has hours he has to go on and do the thing and stop people for infractions. It was wild to me.
It is.
You're so right about the metaverse. Like GTA is the real metaverse.
It is. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? This new metaverse. GTA is right here.
Yeah,
like, we're doing
already.
it.
Yeah, we're doing
it's already here, baby.
Yeah.
So speaking of like second jobs, you've got your forensic science degree. Are you going to take that into GTA?
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, maybe they'll hire me. I don't know. Right now, I'm somewhat of a criminal, so I don't know if they'll hire me.
Oh no. Well, maybe we'll go with the psychology side.
Yeah, I'll be a new
GTA
character.
therapist. Yeah.
GTA. Oh my God,
They have therapists.
They do?
Yes. There's couples on there that will go to couples counseling in GTA. Yes. It's hilarious.
I love this.
My mind is blown right now. That's crazy.
The other day, there's a character called Mr. K, and he had like a show that what was it called? Like where they're like, "You are not the father." Like
like Maury or Jerry Springer.
Yes,
or something.
they did a Jerry Springer show with people's characters and like brought out fake babies and stuff. It was so funny.
Oh my God.
It's hilarious. They're so people are so creative on there, and like all the music on there is music that people on the server have made, so you can't get DMCA strikes.
Wow,
nice.
So when you turn on the radio, it's all music that people have made, and it's just so good.
That's insane.
That's so cool.
I'm in a couple of the Grand Theft Autos on the radio. Like I'm like a voice or whatever, and then in one of them, I'm like a quarter of all the joggers and personal trainers. And I've told this story before in like San Andreas. Like a quarter of them are all me. And so when that came out, I got like 40 texts of like murdered people because my friends were like, "Found you," and like they just would shoot all, and they're like, "That's Blay. There's his voice," and they would be like, "Here's the dead body. Here's your dead body," and I was like,
Thanks,
"Oh
guys.
my God, Jesus, this is dark."
My friends are so supportive.
It's funny because I was like, and I remember specifically, I was like having coffee with someone. I was like, "Oh," and I got like a text of like someone, and somebody saw my phone. They're like, "Jesus, what is that?" I was like, "Oh, somebody murdered me in Grand Theft Auto." It's just. I just love that.
Just casual.
It was so funny. But that's awesome. They're making their own music. My God.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Like creator supportive all around.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love that. I'm a fool. I've been hanging out in VR chat, but I got to get on Grand Theft Auto. That seems like where it's all at.
Yes. Wait, Blay, what would your job be?
Ooh, great question. Well, I would like to be a better cook. Like I do this show every week, Dinner and a Video Game, where I make dinner and play a video game.
Awesome.
Instead of Shadow of the Colossus, it's Shadow of the Goulashes, right? We make And I just did Elden onion rings. And so,
oh my God.
But they're terrible. It's always bad because I suck at everything. And so I would actually like to be a real chef. Maybe, you know what? A pastry chef, because pastries are so hard to make, right?
I can see that.
What would you be, Sonia? What would your GTA job be?
Oh, gosh, I don't know. I feel like you really had me at the radio host thing, but listen, I feel like, we have criminals. We have people who
That's me.
We also have people who are cleaning up the streets from criminals.
Ooh, there we go.
But what if we had somebody who was just cleaning up the streets? What if I got into sanitation?
Whoa.
They have sanitation!
What?
Yes!
They do!
Found my place.
You can do sanitation!
Yes!
Yes!
I found my place.
Okay, that's
I found
perfect.
my people.
That's perfect.
Oh my God. I will say, I've always wanted to drive one of those trucks with the giant brushes, which and the brushes are spinning. It's got to be so satisfying. You're like human Roomba or something.
like a human pressure washer or something.
Yes.
It's gotta feel nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Brooke, thank you so much. This was such a pleasure. And I look forward to us all meeting up in the new Metaverse, Grand Theft Auto.
Yes.
For
absolutely.
me, I'll make you guys some pastries. Sonia, you can you'll
keep it clean.
Keep it clean. That's right. And Brooke, I guess he'll be on the run from the law.
I'll be robbing banks. Yeah.
There we go. Perfect. You'll fund our whole operation.